Hello everyone. Today from the discussion on the topic on this chapter application of thermodynamics, you shall get the answer of some typical questions, so that why do solids melt when they are heated, or when do the liquids boil when heated. These answers will be discussed on the perspective of chemical potential from today's discussion of the topic, which is chemical potential in condensed phase, effect of temperature and pressure on phase of matter. So first of all, chemical potential in the condensed phase. Condensed phase means the pure solid and pure liquid phase. So we already have the chemical potential expression, which is actually mu equals to mu 0 plus RT ln A. A is the activity. Now for pure liquids and pure solids, the standard state is taken to be at 1 atmosphere, the pressure, and the activity at standard state should be 1. If A is put 1, then this whole part becomes 0, and in that case mu becomes mu 0. So mu becomes equal to mu 0. And also it is known that free energy of solids and liquids are practically independent of pressure. Okay, we are mentioning here the standard pressure, but the standard state actually is that state where activity is unity. Okay, and pressure does not matter here because it is independent of pressure. So only the activity is taken to be unity, that is A equals to 1 at whatever be the temperature, whatever be the pressure. So at all temperatures and pressures. So this is about the chemical potential at condensed phase. Okay, now the effect of pressure and temperature. First we shall discuss the effect of temperature. So in order to do that, we have to differentiate chemical potential expression by temperature at constant pressure and other components constant. For a particular component, if it is ith component, then it is d mu I. So energy expression when divided by temperature, then it gives entropy, but it depends upon whether it is positive or negative, depends upon their relationship. Okay, now with increase in temperature, chemical potential definitely decreases. So this is an inversely proportional relationship. Okay, so due to that inversely proportional relationship, this sign should be negative. So this is minus SI bar. That means the negative molal entropy. Now look at this graph. In this graph, this expression actually dy dx expression. That means tan theta expression. That means this expression is nothing but the slope of the curve when mu is plotted against t. Look, in the x-axis temperature is plotted, in the y-axis mu, that is chemical potential, is written, and their slope is definitely del mu del t. So what should be the slope of this curve, of this graph, or of this, here the relationship, since it is linear, so of the straight lines. Okay, now it depends upon the actually entropy of the different states of matter. Now if you ask you a question that what is the entropy of a solid compared to that of a liquid, you must say that entropy of solid is less than that of liquids, because solids are more organized, solids are more ordered, whereas liquids are comparatively more disordered than solid. And on the other hand, gases are much more disordered than solids and liquids, so their entropies should be highest because they are most disordered. So higher the value of S, higher should be the minus S value. That means more negative should be the slope of this curve. That means for the solids, whatever be the slope, it must be negative, but for liquid it should be more negative because it has the more entropy. That means minus S value is higher in magnitude than that of the solid. On the other hand, for gas it is much more higher than solid and liquid. That is why the minus S value is highest in magnitude for gaseous substance compared to liquids and solids. So the entropy is highest for gases, lowest for solids, and medium for liquids. So similarly, the similar expression is reflected in this graphical presentation, where this straight line is highest, having highest slope. Okay, it is highly inclined, and this inclination is negative inclination. On the other hand, for the solid, this has the lowest inclination. Here, the point of intersections, they will be discussed, but before that, let me mention some points here. So the chemical potential decreases with increase in temperature. We know that. So this is a negative relationship. The entropy of gas is highest while that of solid is lowest. So the negativity of the slopes in the plot of chemical potential against temperature are found to be steepest for gases, and steepness decreases in the condensed phases, and a substance is stable in solid phase at lower temperature. Now this point is not discussed right now. What about this? Look, the chemical, all the substances should acquire the lowest entropy value. So suppose take this temperature. Suppose take this temperature. Okay. At that temperature, the entropy of the gaseous substance is very high. Suppose at this point, because this straight line comes to this point. Okay. At this temperature, the entropy of the liquid is here, and that of the solid is here. So the solid is acquiring the lowest entropy. So the substance should be most stable in the solid phase because it is having the lowest entropy value. Okay. Now increase the temperature. Now with increase in temperature, entropy decreases further, decreasing. But here, at this point, suppose it is here, look, the entropy of the liquid is now less than that of the solid. Look, the position of this point is below than this position. Okay, or here this point is below this point. So the liquid is now having less entropy than that of the solid. So the phase will now become a liquid phase. That means this point is the solid liquid transition phase point. Here the phase transition occurs. That means this is actually the melting temperature. Okay, so this point is taken to be the melting temperature, that is Tm. So naturally at this point, beyond this point, the entropy of the gaseous substances are more negative than that of the liquids as well as that of the solids. So this point is the intersection of the graphical presentations of the solid and the liquid. So this is definitely the boiling temperature. So this is the explanation. So this is the temperature dependence of entropy of chemical potential. Okay. Now still this equation I have kept here on the top. On the basis of this equation, our discussion will go on. So the point of intersection of solid curve and the liquid curve, melting temperature. Okay, this point is the melting temperature. The point of intersection of the solid curve and the liquid curve, beyond which the liquid phase attains a lower chemical potential that gives stability of the liquid phase. That means beyond which means the right hand side here. So the phase transition takes place like this. Solid, look the movement of the laser torch. Solid, temperature is increasing. Okay, solid. Here the solid melts. Liquid. Here the liquid boils. Then vapor, or gas. Now you must keep in your mind that there is a little difference between gas and vapor. The difference is that when the temperature is below the critical temperature of that substance, then it is said to be vapor, and when it is above the critical temperature, it is said to be gas. Similarly, beyond the boiling temperature TB, that is the point of intersection of the liquid curve and the gaseous curve, this point, okay, the gaseous phase becomes stable. That is beyond this temperature, that means to the right hand side of this temperature. Finally, it is also to be noted that the chemical potentials are same for solids and liquid at Tm and that for the liquid and gas at Tb. That means at this point the chemical potential of the solid liquid same because they are intersecting. Here also the chemical potential of the liquid and gas are same because these two curves are intersecting here. That is, these are the phase transition points. Now move on to effect of pressure on the phase of matter. Okay. Here the expression of chemical potential mu I, it is known to all of us. Now let us differentiate both sides with respect to pressure at constant temperature. So we shall get the expression on differentiating this left hand side, and right hand side it becomes del mu I del P, okay, at constant temperature and other substances constant. Now G is a state function, so these two can be interchanged in their places. Therefore del to G del P del Ni is written as del to G del Ni del P. That means these two things are interchanged with respect to their place. Therefore del mu I del P Tn is equal to this one. Okay, this one when analyzed, then it can be written as like this, and del G by del P is nothing but the volume of the substance. Okay, because energy term when divided by pressure term, it gives volume, because pressure into volume equal to energy. So this is differentiation of volume with respect to number of moles of ith component, keeping the J, that means the other component, constant, as well as the temperature constant. Okay, here this must be some typing error. You can simply write Nj. Okay, this N actually including Ni, Nj all, this N may not be written here. Okay, so when you are taking note from this, you omit this N, capital N. Okay, just avoid this, just write capital T and small Nj. Okay, so this is partial molar volume, Vi bar. This is partial molar volume. Now look at these curves. All the graphical presentations are actually at constant pressure, but here there are three graphical presentations where all these three are taken at different three pressures. Okay, here the pressure is supposed P1, here the pressure is supposed P2, and here the pressure is supposed P3. Then the condition of these graphical presentations are actually P1 is greater than P2 greater than P3. That means it is taking place at highest pressure, this is moderate pressure, and this is lowest pressure. So this graph is already discussed. Now if the pressure is dropped and at that lower pressure, comparatively lower pressure, the same graph is taken, is tried to obtain, then we shall get this type of graph. Now what is the explanation of this type of graph? Look, partial molar volume, that means volume. Okay, so if you are given three substances of the same matter, but the substances are in the three physical states, suppose solid, liquid and gas. Okay, don't take water as the example, water is exceptional example. Suppose take some iron or other solid like nickel, or like stainless steel or other solid substance, or sulfur, you can take sulfur also. So their solid phase has the lowest volume because solid phase has the highest density, so lowest volume. So this value is lowest in case of solid and highest in case of gaseous phase, definitely. So this slope, the slope of this line should be same for two different pressures because it is dependent on S. This is minus S bar. but these lines would change their respective position. The solid line will jump down, the liquid line will also jump down, and the gaseous line will also jump down, and depending upon the molar volume of the particular phase. Now the molar volume of the solid phase is lowest, while that of the gaseous phase is highest. So the straight jumping of the straight line, okay, jumping down of the straight line should be highest in case of gaseous substance. So the gas would have the highest jump. Okay, look the movement of the curves. This graph for solid, this is jumping to this extent, this difference, this gap. Okay, but for the liquid this gap is more. Here the previous position, here the next position at lower pressure, while that for the gaseous substance this is most larger, this is the largest jump here. Okay, look this gap, this is much more wider than that of the solid or the liquid. So the respective position of the graphs of the curves is this and this. And look, the melting temperature shifts to the left, the boiling temperature as well shifts to the left. Not only that, the gap between these two becomes narrower at lower pressure, and this narrowness increases if the pressure is further dropped, and at some point they merge with each other and solid directly becomes gas. That means instead of melting, the solid now sublimes. That means it directly changes its phase from solid to the gaseous. Okay, because look the respective jumps, this gap between these 2 points is getting narrow, then here it is narrower, and at some point the gap is vanished, so it becomes a single point. Okay, this temperature is known as the sublimation temperature, Ts. Okay, now let us see with the help of some animation this movement of the graphs or the curves. Look, at some high pressure, this is the graphical presentation. This thickest line is for the solid, the thicker line, this is for the liquid, and this thickest line, that means thinnest line, is for the gaseous. Okay, this is the point of intersection, this is the melting temperature, this is another point of intersection, this is the boiling temperature. Now we are dropping the pressure. Now since at particular pressure it is actually function of entropy, so the slope should be same, but their jump would be different depending upon their partial molar volume, and we know that the partial molar volume of solid is lowest while that of the gas is highest. Okay, so the jump for the gas will also be highest. Solid is jumping. Okay, look again, the solid is jumping from this position to this position. Look once again, the solid line for the solid is jumping from this position to here, this position, here. Okay, now liquid is here, it jumps to this position. The gas is here, it jumps to this position. Now this point of intersection moves on to this side from here to here. Look, the movement of the line, the melting temperature decreases, the melting temperature decreases here. Okay, and the boiling temperature also decreases. This line, look at the movement of this line, look, here is the movement, this is the position, this is the intersection of the liquid and gaseous curve. So this is the actually boiling temperature. Okay, now look another picture when the pressure is further dropped. Okay, so this is the second picture. The pressure is further dropped, solid line moves, liquid line moves, and the gaseous line moves. Look, at this point the solid directly intersects with the gaseous curve, okay, before meeting the liquid curve. So solid, 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 gas, 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 gas. Then that means in between no liquid phase is present. So this is the sublimation temperature. Here is the line of the sublimation temperature. Now we take another case. At some particular pressure, what happens? Look, okay, pressure dropped, pressure dropped. Here all the three curves are passing through the same point, and that point is this point. Okay, this is actually the point which is in the terminology of phase rule known as the triple point. You know, for water, what is the value? For water, the corresponding pressure is very low pressure, 4.58 millimeter Hg, and the temperature is also very low. It is 0.0075 degrees Celsius. Okay, this is the triple point where all the three phases are existing at equilibrium with each other. So three phases are at equilibrium. Okay, a very interesting point, this point. So let us summarize. Due to decrease in pressure, what happens? So the chemical potential lowers both the boiling temperature and the melting temperature. Here Tb shifts to the left to Tb dash, and Tm shifts to the left to Tm dash. Relatively large effect on the boiling point is due to the large difference in molar volume of the liquid and the gas. Now this is very important point. Okay, this point may come to your exam as a question, that why the decrease in boiling temperature due to drop in pressure is in large extent than that of the decrease in melting temperature due to drop in pressure. So this is actually simple explanation. You have to mention the mathematical relationship. Del mu I by del P at constant temperature is equal to V I bar. Okay, so the volume is the factor here. So large difference in the molar volume of liquid and gas. So there is more drop in the curve of the gas, isn't it? So more shifting of the boiling temperature to the left hand side. Very simple. So the stability range of the liquid phase gradually decreases. Definitely, actually the difference between the melting point and the boiling point gets narrower, and at sufficiently low pressure, the curve for the chemical potential of the gas will intersect the solid curve below the melting point of the substance. Definitely, at some low pressure, the melting of the liquid solid does not take place. The solid directly sublimes, and that's why from the perspective of some substances where the room pressure, that means normal standard pressure, is very low pressure, for such as carbon dioxide, naphthalene, camphor, iodine. Okay, these types of solids, there the standard pressure or the room pressure is actually very low pressure, and that is why they do not melt, they directly sublime. Now this temperature is called the sublimation temperature. Definitely this is sublimation temperature Ts, where the solid gas equilibrium exists, and the point where all the three curves occur is called the triple point, and here three phases are at equilibrium: solid, liquid and gas. So that's all for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.